Welcome to Kaleidoscope of the Soul, a space where we look at changing patterns, shapes, and colors of our life's forces, continually shifting energy. Host Lynne Juneau is a psychic medium and healer who uses her gifts of clairvoyance, clairaudience, and mediumship to bring insight to her clients and illuminate their life's purpose. Using symbolology with colors, numbers, ribbons, billets, and more, Lynne helps to facilitate healing and closure within her work. Kaleidoscope of the Soul reminds us that we are a cosmic rainbow of breathing life, creating infinite and beautiful soul complexities of expressions and hue in every moment. Now, here is your host, Lynne Juneau.
Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever in the wide world you are. Welcome to Kaleidoscope of the Soul. And I appreciate each and every one of you who join us for these broadcasts. Hello, hello. And remember, Kaleidoscope is where you can change your view just a tiny bit and the entire picture changes. And that's what we're here to facilitate today. So I want to start out by giving a shout out to Heidi Gall there in Boulder, Colorado. Heidi is a wonderful fan of Sacred Spiral Network and such a wonderful, loving supporter. Susan Kramer, Jennifer McCormick, Linda Owens, Susan Kramer, wonderful animal Reiki healer, horse whisperer. Oh, she's amazing. Okay. And there's Linda Owen, weighing in from North Wales. How lush is that? Hi, Linda. Welcome, welcome. I think maybe you've seen me work before. There is Lucinda Austin. I'm so happy to see you all. And I'm making notes over here real quick because we're going to be doing oracle card readings today. Is that exciting or what? And I decided instead of narrowing it down to just one type of oracle, that I'm going to use 3. How fun is that? And there's Jeffrey. Oh, Jeffrey, thank you for joining. And Lucinda is here from the UK. And Donna Roy is joining us from Canada. You know, as frustrating as technology can be sometimes, and I have to keep up with lots of this just to do what I do. Here's the blessing of it, that there are spiritual people from all over the world, including my buddy Charlene Shaz over there in the UK, who are connecting and becoming friends and supporting each other. And the planet is actually getting smaller. Would you agree? And all of us being able to connect this way is truly, truly a blessing. There is me and my shadow. Hi there. So this is going to be a really fun episode today. Of course, I like to have fun every episode. You all know that if you've seen me work before. Never a dull moment. So I have 3 decks of oracle cards, my favorites. The Mystical Wisdom cards with the artwork of Josephine Wall, who's absolutely my favorite artist of all time. And Animal Oracle cards, very popular and fun to work with. And the Angels and Ancestors. So what I've done is mix these up a bit, and I've labeled these decks of cards 1, 2, and 3. So here's what we're going to do. When I call on you, I'm going to choose a card for you, and then you tell me which deck you want, 1, 2, or 3. Not the name of it, but so it's kind of a blind reading. Are you choosing 1, 2, or 3? Okay? So There's Michael's in. MZ, one of our hosts on Sacred Spiral Network. Oh, yeah. Before we start reading, I want to remind you all that in a very short time after my podcast ends, like almost 2 hours from now, stay tuned to the Sacred Spiral Network because my dear friend Jennifer Rose is going to have a special episode of Embracing Infinity. And she has a wonderful guest on today. Pardon me, I have forgotten her name. It's Indian and it escapes me, but it looks like it's going to be fascinating. So, all right, so let me jump in there. Okay, so I'll choose a card first and then you, and we're going to start out today with Susan Kramer over there in the UK. Welcome, Susan. And I'm going to choose one of the other decks for you and then jump over to the one you've chosen, which is number 3. Oh, boy, my guides are quick today. Boy, they're ready to rock. Ready to rock. Let's see how you relate to this one. Susan Kramer. I pulled one of the animal spirit cards, and this one is Groundhog Spirit. Okay. Groundhog number 31. The message is time to let go. So, Susan, for you and for most of us, this last year of 2025 was a 9-year and a year of shedding skin and a lot of letting go. Would you agree? And apparently you still have more letting go to do. And just like the groundhog, you're kind of wondering, where is the spring? Is it spring yet? Is it going to warm up? Are things going to get easier here? That's what I feel you saying here to the universe and to life. It's like, okay, when do I get to pop up above the ground and enjoy the sunshine? Yes. And this has to do also, this 31 tells me this is about your home base. Also, I believe the stables where you have your horses. Good morning, Jennifer Rose. All right. So Susan Kramer, this is about hearth and home and the ground you actually sit upon, the stables, the house, and I feel there are changes coming up for you in both locations. Yes. Okay. And you've chosen deck number 3, and let me see what's in there. That one. Oh, I'm laughing because this card came up for me yesterday, right in sync with that. The card from this deck for you is the Traveler, moving in a new direction, right in sync with this possible moves coming up and the Groundhog Spirit. And I feel, okay, this Traveler is a bit of a gypsy. All right. I feel with you, Susan, weigh in for me. And I would ask everybody here, remember to weigh in and validate when I'm hitting something right. Okay. This Traveler is a gypsy. She's got some gypsy in her soul. And what I'm hearing for you, Susan, is that that's not exactly your basic personality, not exactly your nature. How about a new aspect of yourself? Because y'all, we're going into 2026, which is the 1 year of a new 9-year cycle. So we're being encouraged by Spirit and challenged to plug into new unfamiliar aspects of ourselves and of life. So isn't that going to be interesting for you, Susan? All right. I see. Yeah, it would be something for you to learn rather than something that's natural to you right now, Susan, is being a gypsy. Michael Christopher, one of our other wonderful hosts on Sacred Spiral Network, a fabulous medium. Shout out to Michael Christopher. Y'all check out his show as well. pardon me, Michael, spiritually imperfect is one of them, and he does great readings with Jennifer Lee. So, Miss Susan, I'm going to leave you with that message. Be encouraged. There's lots of red energy, red and orange energy to these cards. So yeah, some basic things in your life are going to be changing. All good. Okay. Thank you, Susan. All right, let's jump over to Charlene Shaz over there in the UK. I'm telling you, I have so many connections now to Scotland and a little bit to Wales and definitely to the UK. So Charlene has chosen number 3, and I'm going to choose a card from one of the other decks for her first, and then we'll get to hers. All right. Charlene Shaz. Charlene Shaz is an amazing medium, y'all. Take a note of that name because you're going to be hearing it in the future. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. That's not just a prediction. That's from Spirit. You can take that one to the bank. Okay. Charlene Shaz. Okay. So what we have for Miss Charlene, oh, this is so appropriate. Charlene, knowledge. Okay. Seek knowledge. This woman is sitting there with a pile of books, and she's been studying so hard that she's fallen asleep, and she doesn't know it, but she's getting divine downloads. She's continuing to learn from Spirit and from her guides, even in the sleep state. Okay? That's you, hun. Seek knowledge. And I know, Charlene, I know that you've taken on several new courses of study to fine-tune your abilities and all of that. You are right on track with that. And it's good that you are open-minded to more knowledge, because those of us on this mediumship and psychic journey, we never quit learning. It would be egotistical to say, no, I know it all. I got this. I'm done. I've graduated. No, because the world keeps changing. Spirit keeps changing in how they work with us. Yes? So Charlene's going to be continuing to seek knowledge, and she's chosen another deck. That one, boy, my guides are wanting to work quick today. Oh, this is gorgeous. So you, from the deck that you've chosen, this is the Air Guardian. So she's a highly evolved spirit, a guide for you. And the message she brings is shift your perception. So as you're gaining this knowledge and these wonderful new downloads, even in your sleep state, Charlene, what did I just say about being open-minded? Okay. So I feel that you are, and the more you can keep your vision and your thinking open, the more all of this study is going to benefit you. Okay. So know also that this Air Guardian, air has to do with thinking and what goes on with us mentally, is you're being invited by Spirit to call in your guardians and help you to discern what is accurate and helpful information to you, and what's, throw it out with the bathwater, not needed, or total BS. Okay. And Air Guardian is here to help you sort that out and make sure that what you get is helpful and accurate. All right. All right, my dear. Thank you for joining us again, Miss Charlene Medium Shaz, and Arnie Layton is in the house. Arnie. Okay. Thank you so much for joining us. Rebecca Rogers is here. Veronica Johnson has a broken heart. She needs healing. Oh, I'm sorry, Veronica. Darn. Well, tell you what, let's jump over to Veronica, see if we can get something helpful for her, okay? Veronica Johnson, come on down. Okay, I've already chosen a deck for you. Veronica, go ahead, give me a number between 1 and 3. And let's focus on your broken heart situation, how to mend that. Okay. 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 So Veronica has chosen number 2, and I have chosen a card from the first deck for her. So that makes it interesting. So the card I was able to pull for you, my dear, is Archangel Gabriel. Look at Archangel Gabriel with all these beautiful children around. I forget if Gabriel is a male, and Archangel Gabriel is the messenger of creativity and hope. So there's that hope that you need to hang on to, that things are going to get better. But beyond that, you're being encouraged to get into something creative, something diverting, and something that allows you to give to others in a way that makes them smile, that brings them joy. What are you able to create, Veronica? Because I feel you have some hidden talents, probably artistic. Okay. And that, Linda, would go a long way towards helping you heal your broken heart, believe it or not. Because when we get involved with others and giving to them, it gets us out of our heads and out of some of that sadness. And if you're like me and when you've got a broken heart, the thoughts tend to be obsessive and circular and not very productive. So getting out of our own heads and that emotion and creating something beautiful would help you considerably to mend that broken heart, to just kind of put it to the side for a while and focus on something else. And Veronica says she gives a lot more than she should. Veronica, there are different types of giving, right? So there's a type of giving that's where I keep seeing you involved in an activity, something creative and beautiful, that you're able to actually physically give something to someone. Sometimes when we help people, we're not letting them learn their lessons, and we're doing more enabling than helping. And then that's not to their benefit or to ours, if you can picture that situation. If you're giving in that way, it sounds like it's time for you to focus more on yourself, right? Okay, so there's that. And Veronica, you've chosen the second deck, and let's see what Spirit has in the way of messages from that one. Okay. You were noting a moment ago, Veronica, that you give too much sometimes. The totem animal that has come up for you, the animal spirit card, is the armadillo, number 3, which has to do with setting healthy boundaries. Have we been getting a little edging into the codependence, spectrum? I sure know where that is. I spent a lot of years living there. And for you, this number 3 of the armadillo, 3 is about self-expression. Are you speaking up for yourself? That's one form of self-expression. The artistic or creative venture that Spirit keeps bringing forward is another way of expression for you. Rather than jumping up and doing what other people think they need from you, okay? Oh dear. Veronica, I'm not sure which questions you're answering. Yes, no, and yes, I can. Oh dear. I'm not, I'm, I'm sorry. I didn't catch the response soon enough to answer. So anyway, setting healthy boundaries, looking out for yourself, and getting into something creative is really going to help mend that broken heart of yours and start moving forward. And I'm sorry for the heartbreak, Veronica. I've been there a lot. So blessings to you, and I hope that was helpful, dear. Okay. Let's see who else today. Linda Owens, are you still in the house, dear? Evelyn, I'm using 3 decks. Are you confused, Evelyn? Evelyn is such a loyal watcher of all of our shows. Welcome, welcome. KK, howdy. And Presh Pandey, welcome to the show. Oh, Linda, I just saw you. Linda Owen, and you. Oh, Linda has a broken heart also. Y'all have to bear with me because I'm trying to do several things at once watching these comments. All right. So we're with Linda Owen right now in North Wales. Welcome, welcome. Okay. She has a broken heart also. She's chosen deck number 2. So I'm going to read you the card that I'm drawn to first. Okay. Linda Owen. Linda Owen. Linda, the first card I've drawn for you is Great Teacher. And this is one of the Angels and Ancestors Oracle cards. Really gorgeous. Learn from spiritual experiences. You'll see the artwork in this picture almost looks like pictures of Jesus. And pardon me, you're encouraged by this card to learn from your spiritual experiences, go back into your own history. And what have you learned before about getting your heart mended? And as hard as this is for us humans to do, I know what it's like to have my heart broken, especially romantically. It's happened more times than I care to count. And trying to rise above that and look for anything spiritual when your heart's broken is difficult, really difficult. I get it. I'm not telling you to do something easy, but what Spirit is bringing forward, not me, is the advice to go back to your most profound spiritual experiences and maybe even your religious and spiritual roots, if you have those. And you see this dove of peace? This is an emotional and spiritual release I feel coming for you if you can tune in again to that deep spirituality which you have and trust that this relationship was not meant to work out. It's if it is ended, and this is so hard to do, to trust that someone better is coming for you. Oh, Linda, this is not a romantic loss. Linda lost her mom in October. Okay. Thank you, Linda. Thank you for helping me track that. Now this makes more sense, doesn't it? Because looking at this when you've got a romantic heartbreak doesn't make as much sense as the fact that this is your mom. And so you're being encouraged to go back to your deep faith. That's what's going to get you through this. And that dove being released to the heavens, that's your mom. That's her spirit flying upwards to heaven. Yes? Linda, let's get more clarity for you, sweetheart. So let's pull from deck number 2 for you. Linda, your mom, your mom and spirit, excuse me, are coming through. Isn't it true that your mom used to tell you often that you're worth more than you think you are? This is an interesting card to come up in this situation. This is skunk spirit number 54, which reduces to a 9, which is an ending. So that loss of your mom is an ending for you. And I feel your mom coming through with the message that never mind what other people think. Put that on the back burner because you never were like everybody else and you're not meant to be. And she's coming forward saying, value yourself for exactly who you are. Would you understand that? She loved you for that. Even if she didn't always understand where you were coming from entirely, she admired your independence and your uniqueness very much. And she's encouraging you to continue with that. Skunks are great little creatures, right? If they don't like somebody or a situation or they feel threatened, do they attack? Do they hurt people? No. They raise a bit of a stink and people just go away. Linda, don't let people get you down. Don't let them get you down. Just put up your energetic and spiritual barriers and bless them and send them on their way. Okay? Linda, I'm so sorry for your loss. Go back to your spiritual roots. Know that you are worth it, that even though you've lost your mom, she wants you to have a happy life and continue taking the bright light that you are out into the world and sharing that. All right. Thank you for letting me read for you, Linda. Many blessings. Okay. So for those of you who've just tuned in, I have 3 decks of oracle cards here, which I've numbered 1 through 3. And the way I'm approaching this today is I'm choosing from one of the decks for you, and then you can tell me a number 1 through 3, and I'll choose from that deck. So Jennifer McCormick, are you still in the house? You're very welcome, Linda. I hope that was helpful. Hi, K-Weezy. Let's see how many people we can get to today. And Enos Roberts, I'm pretty sure I saw you on one of our shows yesterday. Welcome to the network. All right. Jennifer McCormick, are you still? There you are. I know you were here just a minute ago. Okay, there we go. Jennifer McCormick, pick a number between 1 and 3, and I'm going to pick a card for you. Okay, so Jennifer McCormick. I knew that was going to happen. Okay, so the card I've chosen for you, love, is Star Ancestor. Follow the voice of your soul. Is that gorgeous? So This card, this is actually one of our star friends. This is not a human archetype or even an angel. We are stardust, right? Oh, I'm getting chills on this. Jennifer, you have connections already to star beings, and I hear you questioning over time how accurate that could possibly be. Like, why in the world would I be hearing from star people? But this is assurance that indeed you have, okay? Trust what you're hearing. Trust what you're getting from your own soul, because it's like you're already related. You're already related to these wonderful star beings. And my belief personally is that along with human beings, there are lots of other species, lots of other types of beings living here on planet Earth. And some of them are definitely from the stars. They're celestial. So trust that, follow your own soul, and let's choose another card for you, Jennifer McCormick. Jennifer McCormick. That one. Okay. Jennifer, you have been working on a high level as far as bringing through information here lately. You and I both chose the same deck to pull cards from, and you got Oracle. The Oracle is a person who gives readings and can see into the future. The Oracle is super wise. Wait for important information. So you're getting information from star beings, from ascended masters, but you're being asked to trust that. And I hear for you, Jennifer, simply ask the question and trust, because you're going to be amazed at what comes through for you. This does resonate for you. Excellent. It's tempting for us, and I feel tempting for you, Jennifer, to say, why me? Why would these high-level beings communicate with me? Well, because you can hear them, because you can sense them, and so why not? Yeah, we both chose from the same deck. Angels and ancestors are definitely already communicating with you and wanting to get even more of your attention, because they have wonderful messages to bring through for you, which you're going to be able to share with other people should you decide to, Miss Jennifer. All right. Thank you for letting me work with you today. All right. So welcome, everybody. I am reading from 3 different decks today. The Mystical Wisdom cards featuring the artwork of Josephine Wall, wonderful mystical artist from the UK. I'm reading from the spirit animal cards, and also angels and ancestors. Yeah. Jennifer says she has really elevated the last 2 to 3 years. Yeah, no doubt. You're getting high-level information, my dear. Okay. Let's get in another reading here. Presh Pandey, thank you so much for joining the show, my dear. And she has chosen number 1. And so I'm going to start with one of the other decks I'm drawn to, pull a card for you, and then I'll show you one from that deck, okay? That one. Presh, first message for you today, you got the koi fish. This is one of the spirit animal cards, our little guides. Oh, you're very welcome, Jennifer. That's so sweet. So this koi fish spirit is number 36. My favorite numbers are 369. Okay. I'm a life path 3. So 369 is important to me. 3 and 6 is 9. It's the ending of an era for you, Presh. And koi fish spirit says there is always enough. See this wonderful gold color of this fish? Koi fish are connected to some extent to luxury because in olden days, Precious a 9. Got it. Okay. So there's been one, okay. So koi fish have a bit of a connection to abundance and luxury because they're this wonderful gold color. And last year was a number 9 year, as I've mentioned before. Presh, I feel that as far as money and abundance, there was a bit of an ending this last year, and you've moved into a whole new energy as far as material things and abundance for you. And I'm not sure quite yet what that looks like, but you're being assured that you're guided and guarded by spirit and that there is always enough. And it's easy for us human beings to think, okay, our job is our source, our spouse is our source of abundance, or whatever it is we may be depending on. And I have to remind myself of this also a lot of the time, is that God is our source, spirit is our source, and that we are able to manifest. Okay. Presh says nothing yet. Okay. Let's draw another card for you and see if we can get an indication as to what direction this change is going to take for you. Because it's going to move in a new direction. And I know this is a little predictive, but I feel the likelihood is that April, you've got a couple more months of this, okay? So, Presh, you're being encouraged by spirit. This card is Epiphany, which is like an awakening and that big aha moment where the light bulb comes on above our heads. You're actually being encouraged by spirit to meditate on some of the material aspects of your life and kick them up to a more spiritual level. And go ahead. You've been going through a financial struggle. Okay. So you're being encouraged to seek clarity, I feel, through your meditation and going into deep meditation and asking, what's the takeaway from this? What's the lesson? Because I feel, of course, I feel a bit of hesitation with you. I feel that like knot in my stomach that comes from financial insecurity. I've certainly been there a lot too. And I feel the clarity. They show me the clarity is coming. It's coming. As difficult as it is to rise above this 3D energy of, I've got to pay the light bill. Spirituality is all fun. Are you angels going to, whip out a MasterCard and pay my bills for me? No, no, not necessarily. However, getting our energy and our thoughts to rise above the panic and the stuckness will help a lot. And so it's simple to say, a challenge to do, but that's where this is going. So that clarity, I feel, will enable you to make the changes you need to move forward with that. And I feel by April, things will start moving for you again. Okay. In the meantime, I hope that's helpful. Presh, thank you for joining the show today. Many blessings to you, dear. Hang in there. Okay. Evelyn asked if I would ever consider teaching classes on how to read oracle cards. Honestly, I had not thought about that recently. I've got, I'm more focused on developing my ribbon readings and some oracle cards of my own based on that, but thank you so much for asking. Okay. I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly. Janos Roberts. And if I've messed up your name, well, I'm too far away to kick my butt. So bear with me. Janos. Okay, so I've already chosen a deck to pull a card from, but Janos, number 1 through 3, please tell me what you would like, and I'll read you the one I've drawn first, which is Dove Spirit. Number 21, be peace. Not just seek peace, not bring it, but actually be it. Oh my goodness, this is starting to happen a lot. Okay, so this is number 3. This has to do with how you express yourself. That number 3 is self-expressions. The more you can be at peace within yourself and take that peaceful energy out into the world, Janos, the easier things are going to get for you. And I can hear you saying, things are crazy, things are chaotic. How am I supposed to be peace? Well, the challenge for all of us, yes, is through, I know for me, a daily connection to my higher power, daily connection to source. All right. I'm a person with long-term recovery, and people say, oh, how do you do that? First of all, it isn't exactly me, but she's struggling with everything. Oh dear. What I do 95% of the time is I have a daily conscious contact with my source. I do a gratitude journal at night. I do a meditation in the morning, not every day, but probably 8 mornings out of 10, sitting in the power. But you need to be at peace within yourself somehow. That's your first priority. It may feel like you've got to fix things on the outside, and as challenging as this can be, you're being encouraged to find the peace on the inside. And when you've got that energy in alignment, everything on the outside will start falling into place better. So Janos is struggling with long-term illness. That is a really tough one. That is really tough. I hear you. Okay. Let's draw the second card for you and see if we can get more clarity here today. All right. So I'm sensing that it is easy right now to get angry and frustrated with your situation, with your illness, and all of the other things you're struggling with. The second card that comes up for you is from the same deck. It's number 18, Dear Spirit, which is bring a gentle touch. How do you bring a gentle touch to your struggles with your illness? By somehow going in internally, finding that peace within yourself, and instead of punching back or being aggressive or being insistent on how you think things should go, how you want them to go, you're going to be more effective by bringing a gentle touch and being persuasive. She's struggling to come to terms with things. Yeah, that's where that being peace, being at peace comes in. And just gently surrendering surrendering and surrendering to the divine wisdom of what it is you're going through. And that sounds challenging, but that's the message that comes through for you. And you've got a 3 and a 9. So expression and putting an end, I feel, to any of the aggressive energies, tendencies you may have to just hit things head on. That's not going to work. That's not going to work. All right. I hope this divine wisdom has been of some help to you, Janos, and I'm sorry. Inyos. Someday you'll have to tell us how to pronounce your name, sweetheart. But my heart goes out to you. I pray that you start recovering your physical health soon. Okay? All right. Thank you for joining the show. Thank you so much. Oh, you do. That does resonate with me. No. Inyos, I feel a father figure with you. This does feel like a father or someone who definitely was in that role with you. And he is supporting you as much as he can, and bringing in comfort for you. And the suggestion is that when you're dealing with your doctors, grandfather, thank you. This is on your father's side, dear. Take your grandfather with you when you're dealing with your doctors, so that they mind their P's and Q's. Okay. And he's there to help you with that as well. All right. I hope that's helpful. I'm going to move on to the next person. Okay. Shaban. I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. Shaban O'Rourke. I'm going to take a wild guess that that's Irish. Shaban. Pick a number between 1 and 3, and I'm going to go ahead and pick a card for you right now. Shaban. Okay. All right, so I haven't looked up yet, but Shaban is very interesting. From the no, Shannon, I haven't done couples readings so far, but that's a fascinating idea. Thank you for putting that forward. Okay, Shaban chose deck number 2. Okay, this is from deck number 1, the Mystical Wisdom cards, and this wonderful tiger image is coming through. This tiger protecting a young girl, and this card has to do with children. And know that your children are protected. Shaban, this extends beyond the children in your life to the people that you love and hold dear. And I feel that you already have like a mama lion energy, protective energy, and that you're very protective of anyone you love, if you would understand that. So know that they are protected, and so are you. Have you been feeling unsafe here lately, Shaban? Because there is so much peace that when you look at the expressions of the tiger and the young girl in this picture, they're completely chill. They are completely chill. Okay. So Shaban says her children are adults and one who has special needs. So even though your children are grown, it doesn't mean you don't continue to worry about them and be concerned with their happiness. Yes? And that's really a focus for you. So just know that Spirit is helping watch over your children. And she says she is worn out and has a lot of stress. Okay. So this card is coming up to reassure you. So it feels like some of the worrying and some of the concern that you've had is legitimate, like it's appropriate, not legitimate, it's appropriate. And some of it is more of an old pattern of worrying more than is really necessary. Oh, Kim Princess says Siobhan needs a hug. You've got it, sweetheart, from all of us. All right. Siobhan, your heart feels heavy, like you've been running a marathon. You feel within you that you've been running a marathon and you are tired. Siobhan, what are you doing to take care of yourself? Can you get to a body of water? Can you get to a moving body of water, a stream or a river close to you, and just sit there for a while? Just sit your butt down. Listen to Spirit. Listen to the water move. You need a break, sweetheart. If you can possibly arrange that, Spirit is encouraging it. And you've chosen the Spirit Animal deck, number 2. Let's see what other clarity we can get for you. All right. Welcome to Christy Wilson, friend of the show. Christy, thank you for jumping in and joining us. Okay. Siobhan, this is the B, Spirit, number 7. Sweet results await. This is a message that things are going to get better, that bees work very hard, but it pays off. It produces honey, and you're the one that brings sweetness to your family. This number 7, which is the number of this card, has to do with family and priorities and responsibility. Okay. And you have your priorities in order, but I hear Spirit encouraging you to make a list of those priorities and give yourself kudos for taking care of them in order. Okay. Because you're doing the best you can. You're doing the best you can. And you are going to catch a break with this. It's going to get easier in some respects. That's what the message of this card is. So, Siobhan, you're getting lots of love from the lovely people who join into this show, and it's powerful. At this moment, we are a group, and you're being sent a lot of love, and from me also. All right. Blessings to you. I hope that was encouraging and helpful to you. Okay, and 53 Abani. 53 Abani. Jeffrey, come on down. I'm pulling a card for you right now. Kelly, can you give me just oh, you're very welcome. Oh, sweetheart. If you can give me just a couple extra minutes, please, Kelly, I won't go too far over time, okay? All right, so I'm going to pull a card for, hi there. Okay. Oh, there's a group message in here today. Okay, Jeffrey, pick a number between 1 and 3, and I already have a card for you. This came up for someone earlier today, and it came up for me yesterday. This is the Traveler. This is from the Angels and Ancestors deck, which is gorgeous, gorgeous. Okay. And this lady is a gypsy. Okay. She has a gypsy in her soul. She's not afraid to pick up and move. Jeffrey, are you moving down the road here? That's what it feels like. And the message is to move in a new direction, even if that is not a physical location, although I feel, and this is a little predictive, you all be careful with predictions, but I feel that the first half of this year, no later than June, Jeffrey, probably going to be in a new home. All right. I'm so in sync with you guys. This is so crazy. Because I'm picking from the same deck that you're picking from. I might be psychic. What do you think? Okay, let's pull the second card for Jeffrey to see what the rest of this message is, and then I'm gonna do something for the collective. Okay. Jeffrey, as spiritually guided as I know you to be, I know you a little bit. This is the card that came up for you from that deck. It's Guardian Angel. You are not alone. You know this already, but I feel that in connection with this Gypsy card, you're really going to get very, very clear guidance as to what your next moves are going to be. You're going to be guided and guarded, and there is a white feather attached to this. That already has a significance in your life. Isn't that true, Jeffrey? Do you see white feathers dropped for you? I feel a male ancestor, your father coming through. Very strong, very protective, and he has military boots on, okay? He's used to traveling even by foot, and he knows what he's doing. It's like you having a soldier at your side, a bodyguard guiding you, if you would understand that. So you've got your father right by your side, being a guide. And you don't need to worry about this move. It's okay to look at it as an adventure. Look at this wonderful red this gypsy is wearing. This is going to be very interesting. And your dad is right there. So, Jeffrey, thank you for letting me work with you today. I really appreciate it. I'm going to give a shout out. I'm going to have to end this pretty soon because my lovely producer, Kelly Brickle, is getting ready for Embracing Infinity, which is coming up in an hour with the lovely Jennifer Rose. Colin Walker, in at the last minute. Thank you for joining. Kweezy, I see you, but there is no 40. Okay. I pulled from 3 decks today. I'm sorry. I know I'll be seeing you again in my future shows. Jeffrey, I'm glad that was helpful. Okay. So let me pull a card for the collective. Heidi, hello. There she is again. Oh my goodness. I wish I could read for everybody, but just impossible. Impossible. I can't get to everyone. All right. So for the collective today, this is a card that came up earlier for Miss Charlene Shaz. Yes. A dear friend. And this card for all of us is knowledge. Seek knowledge. Okay. No matter where we are in our spiritual journey, there's always more to know. And the more we can expand that, the more tools we have in our toolbox for dealing with life in general. Yes. And so we're encouraged to do that. And we're encouraged to seek knowledge even in our dream state from our guides. We can invite them in to teach us even while we sleep. And all of that's going to come in handy this year. Yes. All right. Thank you all for joining me. Come back in an hour on the Sacred Spiral Network for the next show. And please join me in 2 weeks. I'll be here again with Kaleidoscope of the Soul. Many blessings to everyone. Bye-bye.